Altec Batteries is taking strides towards commercialisation of its table salt-based Serenergy grid batteries, as well as its alumina anode technology. It's selected suppliers to take the project to the next crucial stage, and to fund ongoing work, Altec is raising $15.8 million. CFO Martin Stein joins me now. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks very much, Sonia.
Now, Martin, shareholders tend to squirm around the word capital raising. Why should they feel any differently about Altec's raise now?
Well, we entered into the joint venture with Fraunhofer back in September of 2022, so not too long ago. And since that time, we've been able to make some key achievements, one being the design of the product for the 60 kilowatt battery, and one the design and the specifications for the 1 megawatt hour grid pack. We've also been able to start fabrication of 260 kilowatt hour battery prototypes, as well as move forward with the DFS on the 100 megawatt hour plant that's going to be built on Altec's land in Germany. So we've made some really good progress in that amount of time. Now, this is really the first capital raising that we've undertaken since we've had the Serenergy battery project, so it's quite exciting. Now, we recently raised $3 million by an issue of shares to sophisticated and professional investors, and we're now following that up with an entitlement offer that will be for all shareholders to participate in at the same price as the placement. So we're doing that at 7 cents per share. What's extremely pleasing is that our two biggest German shareholders, who are very close to the action over there, they attend our workshops and they see how the project's developing and progressing. They've expressed a lot of interest, and in fact, they have supported the entitlement offer for $6.7 million underwriting. So that's almost 52% of the total amount proposed to be raised under the entitlement offer. It sends a fantastic signal that they're fully supportive of the project, and we're really pleased. Sonia, we think we really do have something special here, and we hope that our shareholders do feel the same way.
So what will the money allow Altec to do?
Okay, so the money's been earmarked for both of our German battery projects. So the Serenergy project will use the funds for finalising the fabrication of the 260 kilowatt hour battery packs. It will also be used to finalise the definitive feasibility study, and we'll also be using it for the Fraunhofer joint venture commercial payments. In relation to the alumina anodes battery project, we'll be using some of the funds on that as well. So the funds will be allocated towards finishing off the DFS on that project for the full-scale 10,000 tonne per annum plant, and we'll also be finalising construction of our pilot plant that's due to be commissioned in Q4 of this year.
I understand that Altec has selected suppliers to advance the battery project. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so we have regular workshops in Germany, and at these workshops, obviously the Altec senior management teams there, the Fraunhofer teams there, which includes some of the best engineers and battery specialists in the world. We invite potential suppliers to present at these workshops. Now, out of those workshops, both Fraunhofer and Altec have handpicked a select group of German suppliers. Some of these, or most of these suppliers, have worked with Fraunhofer in the past or are known to Fraunhofer, so they come very well recommended and very well credentialed. These are some of the best robotic and engineering and manufacturing suppliers in the world. So we've assembled the suppliers. We think we've assembled a very good team that's going to take the Serenergy project to the next level of production. So we're really happy with how that's coming along.
I also understand that Altec has enlisted the services of an independent environmental research centre in Oslo. What's that about?
Yes, so we've engaged Cicero. Now, Cicero are based out of Norway. They provide independent accreditation for projects looking at the environmental and social aspects of the projects, and then they weigh up all of the requirements and the inputs for the projects and determine whether it's actually a green, environmentally friendly project. So we did the same thing with our alumina anodes, and we were able to achieve a medium green rating. Now, with the Serenergy project, as you know, we don't use any lithium, copper, cobalt or graphite. We use common table salt, sodium chloride technology. These batteries are also fire and explosion proof. And we recently achieved a study, an independent study, that said that these Serenergy batteries produce 50% less greenhouse gas emissions than a comparable lithium-ion battery. So we think we've got a very green product here, a very green project. We're going to get Cicero to accredit it, And then that will enable us to send to our shareholders and stakeholders the message that, yes, we are doing the right thing environmentally, we are responsible, and that also helps in attracting future finance to construct the plant.
Now, just before we go, there's certainly a race towards sustainable energy for the future. How is Altec placed in this race?
Well, as you know, Altec's Serenergy battery is targeting the industrial grid storage solution. Now, what's happening around the world as we're trying to electrify and meet the decarbonisation targets is that the ramp up of the renewable energy, solar and wind and the like, has grown exponentially, but it's grown so quick that the grids don't have the ability to manage and use all of that power. So much so that in the state of California, they actually return $3 billion US per year in renewable energy that they can't use at that time and the grid can't use it. They're putting that back into the ground. Germany is putting 2 billion euros back into the ground every year in wasted energy. So these grid energy storage batteries, they will be able to store the excess supply of energy, say for a solar plant that produces power during the day, the grid needs it at night. The batteries will be able to take that power, store it, and then return it to the grid when it's required. So the world's scaling up its production of green energy, but it also needs to scale up its ability to store that energy in batteries. That's the second part of the solution. So it's going to be a very big industry. It's growing at 28% compound annual growth rate. It's expected to be worth US $15 billion by 2025. And it's going to be so big that Tesla's actually come out and said that they see the future of their business being more battery related than EV related. So it's certainly going to be a very lucrative niche industry, and Altec is racing to get into that industry as soon as possible. The product that we've got with the Serenergy battery is unique, and we think we'll be able to penetrate the market with it.
Thanks so much for the update, Martin Stein from Altec Batteries.
Thank you, Sonia.
Now, the entitlement will be open from July the 26th until August the 4th. It'll be managed by Automic.